Hello, and welcome to Lorraine Style, where I design, draft, sew, and go. I'm Lorraine. Today, I'm going to show you how to take accurate arm measurements. If you are experiencing sleeve fit issues, problems, puckered or twisted sleeves, excess fabric at the sleeve cap too high, excess fabric under the arm, being unable to articulate the arm because the sleeve is too tight, basically ill-fitting, 9 times out of 10, it's because inaccurate measurements were used when that sleeve was drafted. So it's important to learn how to take accurate arm measurements, which is the focus of this video today. Now, this is video 3 in a 4-part series. The first, we focused on the bodice, fit issues around the armhole and the neckline, the skirt fit issues. And so video 3 deals with sleeve fit issues, how to take accurate arm measurements. And the fourth in the series, fourth and final, is trouble fitting the crotch of your pants, how to take accurate pant measurements, which is a biggie, so I saved that for last. So today, again, how to take accurate arm measurements, so stick with me. Okay, so let's get started. Pattern drafting for women, how to take accurate arm measurements. Getting started, you need to have your arms bare, no sleeves, thick fabric, baggy fabric, just better to have them bare to get the accurate measurements. Need a good tape measure that is not stretched out of shape, or a flex ruler. Now, you can use a regular tape measure. It's just not as effective, and I'll tell you why. Because when you're measuring straight, it's fine, but it buckles out when you're measuring a curve, and especially when we're doing the armhole, mid-armhole, and armhole depth, we need to curve because our arm curves under here, the armhole. And so with a regular sewing tape measure, it typically falls straight. You have to bend it to curve it here, and when you do, it'll push out, buckles out, so you don't get an accurate measurement. Whereas with the flex ruler, you can bend it, shape it to the curves of your body. So you just get a better fit and a better measurement. And that's the goal, is to get the right measurements, the accurate measurements, so that when we draft our patterns or alter our patterns, we get a great fit. So I recommend getting a flex ruler. Again, if you have to make do with a regular tape measure, by all means, just be aware that your measurements will not be as accurate. And then you're going to need a second pair of hands. Some of these measurements you could probably do yourself, but again, we're going for accuracy, and that's the whole point of the video, is to stress how to take accurate measurements. So get someone to help you. Sure, you can do it by yourself, but it's probably going to be off. And then, of course, you need a way to record the measurements and something to record them on, like a worksheet. Okay, now I have an ebook, Design, Draft, Sew, and Go, Pattern Drafting for Women, How to Take Accurate Arm Measurements. It includes the worksheets in there, as well as step-by-step measurements, how to take the measurements. And it's important to take the measurements accurately. There's always a starting and a stopping point when you take measurements, and you need to be consistent with that. It's what I call landmarks. Okay, so if you're supposed to start at the shoulder tip, then start at the shoulder tip every single time. Don't start one time up here at mid-shoulder, one time past the shoulder tip. You always want to start where you're supposed to start and stop where you're supposed to stop, so that you can take accurate measurements. So the worksheet helps, and then the ebook is free. Link down below. So we're going to start with the torso vertical front, and we're going to start with the mid-armhole. So we would take our ruler and measure from the shoulder tip down to the armpit. And it looks straight here, but again, it actually curves, okay? You want to take that measurement, divide it by 2. And that would be our mid-armhole. Now for the armhole depth itself, you would measure from the shoulder tip down to the armpit, which is down and around. You want to go where your side seam would start, the bottom of the armpit, not right here across the chest, but the bottom of the armpit. You want to start at the shoulder tip, go down to the bottom of the armpit, and this is the measurement that you want to log for the armhole depth. Now you could technically use the same measurement you used in number 1 when you took the measurements, just don't divide it by 2. So for mid armhole, you would divide in half or divide by 2 for that measurement and log it. Armhole depth, you would just use the straight measurement as you took it. Torso vertical back, you do the same thing. We're doing mid armhole and we're doing armhole depth, which is why you need help, because I don't know how you would measure the back yourself. But yeah, second pair of hands. Okay, now we're going to do the arm circumferences. As I mentioned before in, I believe, the bodice video, circumference, we're going to go around something. There we went around the torso, upper torso, around the lower. Now we're going to go around certain landmarks on the arm, okay? So we want to find the widest part of the arm, which would be the bicep. We measure around the bicep and record that. We're going to measure around the elbow and record that. And we're going to measure around the wrist and record that measurement as well. Now you want to be sure to start at the widest part of the upper arm, that's the bicep. Start and go around the elbow and around the wrist. Now you have a little wrist knuckle there. That'll tell you where your wrist is in case you are not clear. Okay, and so lastly we'll do the arm lengths. Now we need to mark our landmarks. A piece of elastic around the bicep, piece of elastic around the elbow. It could be a piece of elastic or a piece of string tied around. You want to go down to your wrist bone and measure about 1.5 inches below that point and put a string or a piece of elastic there. That's going to be our arm length measurement, the full length. So we'll start with the bicep length, the calf height. We'll measure from the shoulder tip to the bicep. Elbow length we'll measure from the shoulder tip to the elbow. Okay, and then arm length from the shoulder tip down to the top of the hand. So that's it. There's only 8 measurements for the arm length. They're very important, and it's also important that you start and stop where you're supposed to, hit your landmarks, so that the measurements are accurate. Otherwise, you'll continue to have issues with your sleeve fit. Okay, my ebook link is down below. It's free. How to take accurate arm measurements. It includes the worksheets for you to put your measurements on, and then also it gives you step-by-step measurement instructions so that you can practice with that. Practice, practice, practice until you get the hang of it. Okay, that's a wrap for how to take accurate arm measurements. The last video in this series is pant fitting problems. How to take accurate pant measurements. And like I said, that's the big one, so I saved that for last. The armhole's fairly small, sweet, simple, easy to do. But you want to be consistent with those. Now, pants, different problem, different set of issues. And so that's measurements, accurate measurements are very important when you're drafting pants and when you're trying to alter a pattern to fit pants. So you need to know what the measurement points are, the marks, how they interact with each other to get a perfect fit. So you don't want to miss this video. Well, now's a good time to subscribe to my channel and wait for this to drop. Be about a week. How to take accurate pants measurements. Don't forget. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day.